Hello there, how are you?
Hi, I'm very good, thank you.
Thank you so much. Could you introduce yourself?
Well, I am the president of the Garbage Patch State, which is the largest state in the world. It's a country made out of plastic debris, the plastic islands floating in the ocean. That's my territory. Am I proud of it? No, of course I'm not proud, but I want to give voice to all the plastic particles because they are unwillingly choking our ocean.
So could you tell me a little bit about your career, your history? How did you come here?
Well, I'm an architect, I'm a designer. I've been working as an architect for 35 years or even more. And then I decided I want to be involved in something to the environment. When I got the news that there were these patches in the ocean, I said, I have to do something. And the question was, for what reason this enormous problem is not very known, it's very little known by the majority. And the answer was because it lacks of an image. In fact, the plastic particles are so small that cannot be seen with the naked eye. And, people might say, I don't see anything. What's the point of worrying? I decided I had to make an image to communicate that. And since I'm an artist, I do images all the time. And I thought, the territory is so big. It's like a country. And no man's land. I said to myself, I have to make an image to communicate this phenomenon. And since I'm an artist, making images, it's my daily bread. So I decided that since these patches were so enormous, no man's land, nobody had claimed already that territory. I did so, and I went to the UNESCO. After the big preparation, I wrote the constitution of my state because I decided I wanted to make a state art. I wrote the constitution, I made a flag. I also designed my uniform as a president, postcards, anything. And when I was ready, I went to the UNESCO in Paris, and I performed the declaration of the establishment of the Garbage Patch State. And after that, I went to the Biennale in Venice. Among the other many pavilions, the National Pavilion, there was a new one. It was the Garbage Patch State Pavilion. And at that point, the press covered this piece of new, the new entry, in a very impressive way. And then I asked myself again, why? This was so unforeseen. What's the reason of this success? And I thought, one, art. Art goes directly to your heart instead of passing through the logical thinking. And second, I communicate bad news in an appealing way. No harsh images that people may reject, but jolly, sometimes crazy, grotesque, you may say, but never ugly.
Fantastic. So we're in this beautiful Vatican here. Could you tell us why you're here and how you're going to contribute here?
I'm here to give a speech at the World Gender Summit here in Rome, in this beautiful university, because, anytime I make an installation, I have done many all over the world in order to communicate my country. I ask to students, university students, to help me, and it's a participated work. It's not just myself. It's an inclusive. I include many people, volunteers, and people who want to contribute. It's an open artwork.
Fantastic. So we have a big channel which has a lot of followers, and they might be inspired by what you said. How do they get involved with you? How do they contact you, and how do they collaborate with you?
I have a foundation, the Finucci Foundation. But if you want to contact me, you can write me on my private mail, which is c.finucci@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And we have a lot of audience here who want to aspire to what you've done and look here as a role model. You're at the top of your game. How would you encourage them? What would you say they need to do?
Well, I will be very glad that other artists would be involved in this problem that we have, because we have to save our planet. That's number one priority. There's no space for anything else. So anything that comes from your heart, you do it. Just be spontaneous.
Fantastic. And finally, what are your future plans? Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Well, I have done many installations, and I cannot say I have big things for the future, but my dream is to make a big installation all over the world, but never in the Middle East. And I would love to be invited to make a big one, to give, to communicate my message there.
Yes. Fantastic. Love to collaborate with you in the future. And it's been amazing. And we'll definitely do future podcasts. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.